Hello, and welcome back to Pandora's Box. Last time we finished up level 1 by capturing Maui. Now we're going after Puck, and we're starting in Lusaka, which is the capital city of Zambia, if you were not aware. I wasn't aware previously. Anyway, we have a couple of a new puzzle type here. We'll get to that in a second. Now we gotta do some good old overlap action. Tactical overlap action. I have very little experience with Metal Gear. I'm not sure where this goes yet. I played like literally the very opening of it a little bit after high school at a friend's house, and I didn't get very far, and I wasn't grasping the controls very well. I don't think I got past like, I don't know, the third or fourth room. I'm not very good at stealth games, so I don't really play them very often. If you know of any beginner-friendly stealth games, feel free to recommend them to me. I may or may not check them out, but I do always appreciate game recommendations. Just as long as it's not like a sports game or whatever. I don't have anything against sports, I just do not give a single solitary shit about them, and never have. And that's just not, it's not anything inherently wrong with sports, that's just who I am as a person, as a human being, and as a bird on this earth, you know what I mean? Oh, it goes right there. That's where that goes. Anyway, back to puzzling. I realized earlier, oops, didn't mean to do that. And by earlier, what I mean while I was editing another video, an earlier episode. I kind of fibbed a little bit. Malaysian bananas in a market. Artist unknown, presumably. But we'll look at the tutorial for this new puzzle type, and then I'll continue on with my story. Click the numbered tabs to see pieces on different trays, then return to tray 5. Click the piece to select it, and then drag it to the spot where it fits. Tip: it goes somewhere on the right edge. Now press 4 on the keyboard to go to tray 4. You can rotate pieces. Select the piece, right-click to rotate it, and then move it to the right spot. Tip: it fits in the empty area closest to the top. Now press 3 to go to tray 3. You can move pieces between trays to organize them. Move the piece to tray 2 by dragging it over the tab and holding it there until the new tray appears. Place the piece between the other pieces. You can shift more than one piece. On tray 2, hold down the shift key while clicking each piece, then drag them to the right spot. Was holding down the mouse too much there. Finally go to tray 1. Complete the puzzle by placing the rest of the pieces. Note that a piece can overlap part of the picture. Jesse's strips are cool. I like them. They're very methodical. The later variations on this will get pretty difficult because the pieces will get very, very small. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, I gotta make sure this giraffe's legs are in the right place. Like that. Anyway, what was I talking about? Right. So I mentioned in a previous episode, I think part 5, that I hadn't been to the beach since high school. That is patently untrue. I went to the beach on my road trip to California last year. Me and a friend went to a beach near San Diego, and it was nice. We saw some seals. They were adorable. I don't know why I just like completely forgot that piece of information. I just was not thinking about it at all when I was recording that part. That's how these things go sometimes. I did get COVID while I was on that trip, so I guess that kind of overshadowed anything else. Giraffes, photographed by Jeremy Woodhouse. But, that's how life goes sometimes, I guess. You beat the clock! The location of the hidden object is shown on a puzzle button below. Interesting. So normally you're supposed to get a prompt sometimes. This happens randomly as far as I can tell, where you'll be asked to solve a puzzle within a certain time limit, and if you beat the puzzle within that time limit, you get shown where the puzzle piece is. But I guess because I hadn't done a Jesse Strips tutorial before, that overlapped and like overwrote the timer dealie. I'm guessing that's what happened. Not a big deal either way. Anyway, time to do a rotoscope of some very adorable cheetahs. Cheetahs are so cute. I feel like this might just be me. I feel like I didn't see a lot of cheetahs in my day-to-day life until I started getting more involved in furry stuff, because a fair few people have cheetah personas. And it's like, I don't blame them. Good choice. Cheetahs are real cute. Speaking of big cat personas, so normally I'm a kestrel, and I'm happy with that, but I recently got the idea to commission some art of cadenza as an alternate species, as a lion, as a lioness specifically. I think that would be a really fun idea, because it's rare, but lionesses do sometimes have manes in real life, and I thought it would be fun to play with that. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, that art will exist, and I can like link to a picture of it in the thumbnail or something. In the description. I know what words are, I promise. Not always, but sometimes. These two need to be... I don't know how the hell I'd manage that. Okay. Once I get all these outside pieces outside and in the correct position, my life will get a lot easier. It's just doing that is the tricky part. This is not remotely correct. Nothing is where it should be. Actually, this looks right, but... God, I'm so bad at these. I'm sure somebody out there is like a rotoscope genius or something, and there's a small but non-zero chance that they're like watching the screen and yelling right now like, no, you should rotate the pieces this way, and it's like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, imaginary audience member. I gotta tough this shit out. Whether I like it or not, and in this case, I do not like it. I don't want to use a hint for any of these early puzzles, but I feel like I'm starting to feel like I might have to. It's... This is tough. Just thinking to myself, how can I get everything where I want it to be? You know, that's almost correct. It isn't, but it almost is. Alright, that tears it. There. I know that goes there. I don't want to be here all day. Cheetahs relaxing. Photographed by Jack Hollingsworth. Oh, aren't they adorable little murder cats? Don't interact with wild cheetahs. They'll probably mess you up, but they are cute. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a cheetah, like, in real life. I don't think I have. Ha, that's where that goes. Okay. I'm just... There's not many occasions for me to have seen a cheetah in any case, but... I think the last time I went to the zoo was... God, 11 or 12 years ago? I was with my partner at the time, and we went to, I think it was the Cincinnati Zoo, and that was pretty cool. I don't know if I still have any pictures of that trip. I'll have to look through my phone later, or my computer. In the meantime, I need to put those fruits where they need to go. And this looks like, yep, that's definitely a beak. Leave it to a bird to recognize a beak, but not plant life. It's fine. Okay, where does this... This looks like a big-ass flower. I was correct! Graffiti showing toucans. Artist unknown. That is exceptionally good graffiti. Big fan of that one. Hey, I got my hint token back. Nice. Go ahead and save that. And do a quick slices. Shout out to this piece of music using the kalimba, by the way. More composers should use the kalimba. It's a very cool instrument. You play it by, like, strumming the metal tangs with your thumbs. It's really cool. Another really good example, totally random one, is the Pride Lands battle theme from Kingdom Hearts 2 opens with, like, someone basically shredding a kalimba, and it sounds really cool. This looks like, yeah, the top of an ear, I'm gonna guess. I was correct. What is this, though? Oh, I bet this is the tail. Yeah. Let me just find the right rotation for that. There we go. Gold elephant statue. Artist unknown. Ooh, another hint token. I'll take it, I'll take it. I don't know how many of these get distributed throughout the game. Off the top of my head. But what I do know is that this puzzle is probably going to give me difficulties. My challenges with rotoscopes is well established by now. None of this is correct. I need to basically rotate everything. Well, I need to rotate. I'm pointing my fingers at the screen as if you can see them. I need to rotate these by 1 and these by 2. And I also need to figure out how to do that. Hold on. Okay, if that piece was just right there, that would have been very elegant. I need to figure out how to do that again, but on purpose. Easier said than done with me and these. Okay, this isn't right. Let's see here. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Why am I so bad at these? It's fine. I only have several dozen more of these to go, at least. God. It's just, and it's like, I've played this game so many times throughout the course of my life. You'd think I would have a slightly better grasp on them, and maybe I do, but it's very slightly. It is, hold on, continuous at best. Ah, I keep almost getting it. Okay, I need to think about, I need to like study on this to where I have the 3 pieces out, and then when I rotate it, I need, when I do the rotating, I need that to be in the correct position. Like that. Now I just need to do that. And there we go. Man in tribal costume. Artist unknown. Alright, I find and fill. Well, I was gonna say this immediately is going to be easier for me, but maybe not. Let's try and... I'm like... Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to do. I'm like turning my head, trying to follow the outline of this. Nope, not that one. Actually, maybe, yeah, that one. Well, no. That kind of looks like a high heel. Which is neither here nor there. But it is an African wild dog. Again, another animal that I feel like I didn't see a lot of in my day-to-day life until I got more into furry stuff. Because you see a lot of, a fair few AWD personas, and it's like, yeah, I get it. They're cute as hell. There's one artist with an AWD persona that I follow called Nomax, and they're working on a visual novel called Conway, and I haven't like read it yet, but the art is very good, and they post updates of it pretty regularly. And it's also 18 plus, so don't go looking for it unless you fit that category. And why is this not, like, is this not a giraffe? Necky looking MF. We'll come back to that later. But, what was I saying? AWDs, they're adorable. This seems like a fairly simple outline here. Or is it? No, need that. Aha. I was missing the other leggy. Gorilla. Am I not? allowed to get them for some reason? Yeah, it's like, it's not letting me fill in that particular thing, and I don't know why. Let's try and do the giraffe again, and maybe it'll magically work this time? There we go. It did magically work this time. That one I'm not quite sure. It might be an ibex, I think is the name. Anyway, these are African wild animals. Artist unknown. It's a gorilla. Got another cheetah. Zoomin'. A giraffe. I'm not quite sure what that is, unfortunately. It might be an ibex. I don't think it's a gazelle. It's somewhere along those lines. African wild dog. Look at those cute little ears. Oh. And an elephant. Moving right along. Another Jessie strips. Who is Jessie and why are we messing with their strips? It is unclear. What is clear is that as I said earlier, I do like these puzzles. They kind of have like the most keyboard interactivity out of any of the puzzle categories in this game. Most of them you can get by entirely with the mouse. And in fact, I do only play this game with the mouse. I'm not using my keyboard at all right now, besides what the tutorial was calling for. But, it is cool that that functionality exists. I do appreciate that. There we go. I was like, where does this go? It's like, really? That overlaps almost exactly, and that's not where that goes? But like, okay. I don't believe you, but okay. Strange. Oh, that's because I'm stupid. That's why that wasn't working. It goes there. Jesus, okay. Anyway. Moving right along, I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen for an extended period. It almost happened again. I was like, why isn't this ear going there? The things that video games make me do and say sometimes. Very silly. There. Let's see. Usually, actually I think always, there aren't any like pieces in the one tab, and it's used purely for organizational purposes. So that's something to keep in mind if you're stuck on a Jessie strips puzzle. Not quite sure where this goes. Right there. Perfect. Olive, baboon, and young. Artist unknown. The parent looks very done right now. It's like, oh my god, why are you doing this to me right now? It is 3 p.m. on a Sunday. I don't need this in my life. It is actually 4:30 in the morning on a Wednesday as I'm recording this. I keep a very weird sleeping schedule. I stay up relatively late, usually, like 5 or 6 in the morning, and then I'll wake up sometime in the early afternoon, like 2-ish. That's ideally, of course. Sometimes I'll sleep in. I'm not... Okay, I was about to say I'm not... I think these two need to be... Yeah, those two need to be switched. Okay, let me start this over. That can stay right where it is. Actually. And that can stay where it is. Okay, so these... This is in the proper position, and this is primed to be in the proper position. I need to get this on the bottom, and this needs to go right here. So how do I do that in the smallest number of moves that doesn't also disrupt anything else that I need to be doing? I don't usually talk through my process when I'm solving puzzles, like, off camera, but obviously this is a Let's Play, I need to be talking. That's kind of the whole point. Trying to think. Well, that clearly wasn't the right way to do that. I might need to futz with this, actually. Just briefly, so I can get everything else where it needs to go. But I'm not quite sure. I'll take it. Lion, photographed by James Gritz. I kind of stumbled into that solution, but you know what? We take those. We absolutely take those. Alright, time for an outer layer puzzle. I really like these. They're also very, well, I was about to say methodical again. You could describe this entire game as methodical, which I guess is why I like it so much. Or at least part of why I like it so much, anyway. It's all about process of elimination. Let's see. How about here? Yes, perfect. Somewhere around there, and this looks like it goes on the bottom somewhere. Perfect. Got that one in one. I'll take it. No, that one doesn't have. It's somewhere around. What? What did I say? I don't know. I mangled my own word there. And that sentence just ate itself, essentially. You ever do that? You're trying to say something and then your sentence just eats itself? Happens to the best of us. Happens to everybody, I'm sure. This goes here. This looks like it goes somewhere along the bottom also. Yeah, like that. Only better, like that. I'm doing it. I'm making things happen. One puzzle piece at a time. Oh, this goes on the top, I bet. Yeah. Not there. There we go. And the bottom piece. Perfect. And that goes there, and this goes not there, but in that general section. Like that. Nope. Okay, we're almost done with this puzzle, which is nice. Ugh. So satisfying when you put a piece in the right spot. Dunk. Yoruba grass cloth headdress. Artist unknown. Do some rotations. You know how it goes by now. And there we go. One puzzle piece down, 3 to go for this level.
Oberon asked Puck to help him play a trick on his wife. Puck found a flower that had been touched by Cupid's arrow. When the juice of this flower was squeezed onto the eyelids of a sleeping person, that person would fall in love with the next living creature he or she saw. Find the piece with the magical flower.
And now we have a choice of which city to go to next. We'll figure out where we're going in a second.